human. Soon enough, they'll be far too busy fighting themselves.
We cannot afford a war with these immortals. Not at a crucial time like this.
This immortal should not even exist, General Garo. They were all slaughtered long ago in the upheaval against Nahara. Some were rumored to have escaped, however.
We have the proof right here. Humans cannot speak on tongue. It's a fact. Why would this one take the form of a human?
Formerly, human was preferred because they were humans before they were ever immortal. Seasoned warriors, high priests, and pharaohs.
Yes, but why travel in company with them?
Hiding from us, of course.
Immortals can heal themselves. Why did he not do this? He allowed himself to die.
Perhaps that's what he wanted. We won't know until we talk to him.
There's one. There must be others.
Not necessarily. But I have no intention of killing this one. He is much too valuable to us.
Valuable in what way?
The runes.
Ah, yes, the runes. How soon do you think he will wake?
I cannot say. This has only been done once before, and the immortal was resurrected by my hand, and not a moment too soon. There was damage to the mind. He had little to no memory left of his life or ability. Let's hope this is not the case this time.
That's the one who lost his memory. Did he ever recover it?
Yes, but it took time, so we shall have to exercise patience. Immortals are also known to be very manipulative. But I will be able to sense if he is speaking the truth. We are in a unique position. With the other one, I had to surrender the immortal to his brethren. But the immortals are outcast now. What few may remain. They wouldn't dare show themselves.
Then we may finally know the secret.
Yes, a riddle 4,000 years old.
You asked me to see you.
Yes, I did. About the worker.
Where are we going, may I ask?
To see Hierarch Sagaida. He has many questions for you.
Questions?
I may even get the pleasure of sending you back to the grave after he's done with you.
How comforting.
Keep a very watchful eye on the ogre. If you see any unusual behavior whatsoever, you report it to me.
Hierarch Sagaida, the Immortal.
Very well. Leave us.
Do you think that wise?
Leave or I will kill you, knight. Welcome back from death, Immortal. I am Sagaida.
Death, what do you mean? Why do you call me immortal?
My apologies, then. Have you a name?
I'm First Sergeant Lawrence Maxwell of the United States Marines.
Lawrence. Quite an unusual name for an Egyptian.
I suppose it would be, but I'm not Egyptian.
Not Egyptian, that would be some trick, now wouldn't it?
Trick? I don't understand what you mean.
Then was I mistaken? Are you not an immortal?
I am a human being.
Interesting that you treat us so casual, human. Any other man shrinks from my presence.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. I came here with my fellow soldiers in peace to establish communication with your civilization. I still have the same intention.
You came in search of peace and wish to communicate this with weapons, then?
It was for our own protection in case we were met with hostility, which I might add we were. If it would make you feel any better, I could shrink back from you in terror, but it won't be genuine.
That's unnecessary. I was only under the impression that humans feared anything different from them or things they did not understand.
I don't see us being that different, Zagaida. Do you?
Funny, you don't talk like a human and you speak our own idiom. How is it you know our language, Lawrence? They are unspeakable from a human throat.
Call me Max, if you would.
You haven't answered my question. How did you come to know our language?
I heard one of your people speak it. When I heard enough of it, it just suddenly clicked. I also heard another speak it as I was lapsing into unconsciousness from my wounds.
It was more than unconsciousness. It was death.
Forgive me if I sound incredulous, but there is no return from death.
Then I am speaking to a corpse.
I meant no disrespect. We humans just view death as an extremely final thing.
Death is just the beginning. So, human, tell me of your past. Before you were a warrior, a soldier.
There's not much to tell, I'm afraid. I'm 28 years old, never married. I was a student, majoring in phonetics, before I was forced to fulfill an obligation to my country in joining the armed services. But I came to appreciate the military over time, even if I do not subscribe to the military way of thinking. But I value learning and I value knowledge.
You volunteer information almost too easily.
I'm being honest, Zagaida. There can be no trust between us if we are not honest with one another.
You still think you're negotiating peace, don't you?
What should I be thinking?
You should be thinking that if you were indeed human, I'd have to kill you.
Then I should definitely humor you in saying I'm not.
Amazing. You have given yourself a cover life of a human and have become so detached from what you are that you don't even know what you are. You actually believed you were human. Puzzling. Of course, your brethren, the other immortals, were only a few hundred years of age at the time of Nahara's overthrow. It was always theorized that the human mind could only retain so much. 4,000 years is a long time.
Nahara?
Yes, Max, as you call yourself. The one who made you what you are. Of course you lost your powers the moment you died. Your death was something you could have prevented by force of will, if you hadn't lost touch with those abilities over time. Have no worries, I resurrected you. But because when your kind dies, they die as mortals, as they were in the beginning. Your immortal status was gone.
I see.
But it was within my power to restore it to a degree. Only Nahara himself could restore you fully, but Nahara is no more. Another story for another time. But you can thank me for restoring your immortal status in the least.
You did?
Yes, as well as your abilities. Not that you'll know how to use them, but in time, you'll remember. For now, you have potential.
Am I to gather from this generosity that you think of me as a guest rather than a prisoner?
You may. However, I do fear that your time with these humans may have concealed their truth.
What do you mean by their truth?
You may not have any recollection of the past 4 millennia, but they have proven themselves to be twisted, warlike animals. I am not afraid to tell you that your kind, be it some misguided loyalty to their roots, were known to be blindly loyal to them. Your current knowledge is limited to your memories which decay with the years. We have watched them from the beginning, and I will show you all that we have surveyed. You can draw your own conclusions. Come forward.
Is this really necessary?
You said you value knowledge and learning. Did you lie to me? Were you deceitful to my face?
No. Very well, show me what you will then.
close your eyes and clear your mind.
Corporal John Bennett, Private First Class Daniel Tate. Sergeant Michael Murdoch is Sergeant Lawrence Maxwell. May they always be remembered for the sacrifice they made. It's a shame we cannot all be here today. In many ways, it's a shame to see all this come to an end. I can only speak for myself, but after all the time in this hole together, I have come to think of y'all as a second family. Maybe dysfunctional, but a family nonetheless. The rest of the soldiers have received their assignments except for you gentlemen. I ask for the pleasure of delivering them personally to you all as a group of equals, peers, beyond rank in any differences we have with one another. In the ways that truly matter, I view you as my friends, and I hope you feel the same way. It has been a great honor serving with you for the past 8 months. As you know, the security freeze has been lifted on this facility. It is in fact scheduled to be shut down, leaving only security here to report any future disturbances, Slipgate related. 8 months is 2 months overdue. It is high time I give you gentlemen your new orders. I wish you all the best of luck, as this may be the eve of war. Corporal Palisoto, I hear you have withdrawn your request for discharge. Yes, I have, sir. An admirable decision. In 1,500 hours, you will take a transport to the new installation in Seattle, Washington. Well, good luck to you, Corporal. Thank you, sir. Major Bent, we will discuss your new orders after this meeting, as they are specialized.
Understood, General Blake.
Lieutenant Phil, you haven't quite rid yourself of me yet. Why would I want to? You have my full respect, General Blake. Yeah, for that I thank you. The time of transport is unannounced, but for a short time, you will be serving under me at the new Slipgate complex in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, I look forward to it, sir. Colonel Riley, hope you don't mind my grouping you up with the others.
Not at all, sir.
I hope the others here don't take offense, but after 2 years of serving with you, I think I will miss you the most. You have been my right hand, my eyes, my ears, and my friend.
Feeling is very mutual.
I expect you'll have no trouble adjusting to your new command over at Termination Central in Charleston. South Carolina is my home state. I trust she'll treat you well, Colonel Riley. Yeah, so that's it then, huh? That will be all. Dismissed. Major Bent.
I was very touched by your speech, General Blake. I had no idea you were so sentimental.
Well, don't let it go to your head. About the orders.
Yes, sir. I presume my next assignment will be in Georgia, or the capital, perhaps, at General McQuiggan's right side.
Bent.
Nothing will bring me greater pleasure than being involved in the war effort.
Listen to me for a moment, Major Bent. This isn't what you're thinking.
Sir.
The fact of the matter is you are not receiving a new assignment. That is, not immediately.
But you said this installation's being shut down.
I did. With light security left behind, you are in command of this security. A dozen soldiers at most.
There must be some mistake.
There's no mistake, Major Bent. And after 6 months here, your assignment will be returning to your duties at Thornton Military Prison.
What? I don't understand. You arranged this, didn't you? You hate me this much, General Blake.
I do not hate you, and I did not arrange this. I stuck up for you, but it did no good.
You lie! You have not approved of me since I arrived here. This was your doing. I will have you know that when my father finds out...
You want to know who to thank for this? You just said it. Your father. This was his doing, Bent.
And now you wish to turn me against my own father.
I'm telling you the truth, Ben. General McQuiggan delayed informing me of your next assignment until he could speak with Congressman Benton, your father.
That's impossible! I have proved myself! I have pushed these soldiers!
Yes, Bent, you sure as hell have. But it was all in vain. You're trying to satisfy a man who will obviously never be satisfied no matter what you do. I have no idea what's going on between you and your old man, but I would not lie to you just for sheer amusement of watching you suffer.
And where is the proof of this, sir?
You should consider yourself blessed that you ended up with the Marines you did to command. Your father arranged your transfer here, didn't he?
I did not ask him to come here. I just made it clear that I had worked off my demerits and I wanted to be transferred somewhere where I could be of more service to my country.
A few days before your arrival, a troop of Army grunts appeared here. They were assigned here by order of General McQuiggan and your father. The same breed of soldier killed each other in the Outpost Hatch incident for no reason, and just recently went AWOL off the Mexican border and started killing civilians at random. What do you think your father had in mind?
Stop!
I refused them and I threatened resignation because I would not have them here. You have me to thank that you didn't end up commanding a bunch of brain-dead customized serial killers. It is very likely with your strong personality you would have set them off and you'd currently be dead as a doornail. Which it appears is exactly what your father had in mind.
Enough, General Blake! Enough! I believe you.
For the record, I do not hate you, Ben. If I did, I wouldn't have told you the truth. I believe you could be a great soldier. Once you make amends with your demons.
Understood, sir.
Dismissed, Major Ben.
How many times do I have to tell you it was undescribable? It was enormous with tentacles, a slimy, filthy-looking thing.
But did you see it clearly?
Yes, it comes in the form of images, words, and feelings. Whatever it was, I have a very strong feeling it was the king. The one in charge. There are many plans going on over there. The motivations, politics. It is hard to explain.
What kind of
It
plans?
came to me in fragments. There is an army amassing. A real army. Something beyond what has happened to your outpost Moreau. It was like that was only a demonstration of their power. The images, the impressions were very potent, coming to me in sharp waves. Like needles jabbing. Like a quake inside my mind.
A quake? Must have been pretty intense then. Forgive me for asking, but do you really believe him, General McQuiggan? Or is it because he's saying all the things you wanted to hear? It's irrelevant. Whatever he had to say wouldn't have changed my course of action.
What? Then why the hell did I put myself through this?
Well, several companies of soldiers have been collected for a seek and destroy mission against the enemy. Codenamed Quake.
Cute name. Can I go now?
No. Consider yourself in military custody. We could still have use for you. Operation Counter-Strike is underway. Am I to assume you enjoyed the good General McQuiggan's company?
Yes, comparable to giving myself a tracheotomy with an electric screwdriver.
That pleasant, then. Well, the world is about to come to an end, Jack. How about we duck out for a cup of coffee and catch up on old times?
As long as it's not the coffee in your cafeteria, you could pave roads with that shit.
Well, come on, then. I could show off my 2110 Dodge Viper, enough to make you green with envy.
Green.
Oh, no, it's black.
Something different about the ones.
Jack?
Something different about the ones in green. The green ones.
Are you all right?
Yes, I just thought I was remembering something.
Paradox Agada has assigned me as your guide, Immortal. My name is Zin.
Call me Max.
As you wish, I am your humble guide and servant.
Guide in what capacity?
I will oversee your progress in remembering what you are. If you wish to remember.
The guide has sent an ogre to babysit me. Pardon me if I seem surprised.
And why are you surprised?
I got the impression that he didn't trust your entire race.
This is true, but I am a pariah amongst my people.
Oh, an outcast. How quaint. Why is that?
Because I am loyal to Zagaida and Shub-Nagarop. My crime is my loyalty to those who have inherited the land.
I see.
Come! I wish to show you something.
By the way, who is Shub-Nagarop?
She is the highest. 12 dimensions are under her rule. She gathers power to her in preparation for the end of days, when ancient elders will wake from their sleep and will come to reclaim their lands.
Reclaim? She's taken these dimensions then.
Yes, enslaved many peoples, including my own, and saw to the destruction of your kind, the children of Nahara, the immortals, even imprisoned Nahara.
Zagaida said Nahara was no more.
Nahara might as well be destroyed. He has magically imprisoned an ancient vault, so obscure only Shub-Nagarop knows the location. Shub-Nagarop sought expansion at that time, and had a rise in the human realm. The immortals, your kind, left behind a realm before they were decimated. They vowed that Nahara would have his vengeance in the end. You see this?
What is it?
Very good question. The immortals left behind 4 of them. They claim they are keys to Shub-Nagarop's destruction. They are indestructible and unmovable, except to mortal human hands.
And why humans?
Because the immortals knew that Shub-Nagarop had her eyes on the human realm. This was to be the humans' only chance against her. This terrible prophecy frightened Shub-Nagarop enough to close herself off in a dimension where no human can ever access, in her pit, and aborted all plans of taking over the human realm.
So she took the threat seriously.
The immortals never bluff. But even knowing that no human could ever reach her, the 4 runes have been under heavy guard for thousands of years.
Why does she fear if she's in a place where no human could ever go?
The fear comes in not knowing what they do. Only an immortal would know this.
So this explains why I get such good treatment. I'm afraid I don't have an answer. I have no recollection of any life but the human life I've lived for the past 28 years.
Let us hope you remember, before they tire of you. The truth be told, Shub-Nagarop cannot be killed. She too, like these runes, is indestructible. She is old and benign, but nothing can kill her. The fear comes in believing these runes make her death possible.
Well, as you said, no human could reach her anyway.
As long as the runes exist, and their nature is mysterious, Shub-Nagarop will worry.
Keys to her destruction. Keys.